Hello everyone. In this video we're going to discuss about a question which is max till ith element. So before you watch this video, make sure you watch my videos on the topic of arrays. So let's get started.
So right now we are looking at a question which is max till ith element. I just wrote it as max till I over here. So what is the problem statement over here? First, let's understand that. For that, I'll be taking an array, let's say 10, 25, 18, 15, 12, and 1. Okay. So what we are supposed to do here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is the array, and max till I means, now if you look at this particular number here, 10 is the number only. Now you compare 10 and 25. So 25 is the maximum element. Then what you do, you compare 10, 25 and 18. Still 25 is the maximum element. And after that you compare 10, 25, 18 and 15. Then 25 is the maximum element. Then you compare 10, 25, 18, 15 and 12. Still 25 is the maximum element, and here 25 is the element. So this should be the output. Here this array is like, now I've taken this array here, the 25 I've kept as the highest element, so here everything is 25. I'll take a different array now. I'll take it as 10, 0, t, 40, 60 and 8. So these are all the elements I've taken. Now just look at this array. Here 10 will be as it is, and if you compare 10 and 0, 10 is greater. So here also it will be 10, and if you compare 10, 0 and 50, it is going to be 50. 50 is greatest, and 10, 0, 50 and 40, then 50 is only going to be the greatest. If you compare 10, 0, 50, 40 and 60, then 60 is going to the greatest. And if you compare 10, 0, 50, 40, 60 and 80, 80 is going to be the greatest. So when given an input of this particular array, it should produce an output of this. So this is basically the problem statement. Now the next thing which we need to understand is, how are we going to achieve this problem? How are we getting this solution? What are the steps we are going to take? So the first step which we are going to take is, we will declare an variable called as max. And in this max, what we are going to do is, we are going to store the maximum element until I. And after that, what we are going to do is, we are going to use a for loop in order to iterate the array, and we will update the max element in this particular variable. Whatever the maximum value will be there, that value we are going to update in this particular variable. So we will look this particular thing on our code editor. Now here the first thing which we are going to do is, we will take the variable called as max. Now inside this max, what we are going to store is integer dot min value. Now you might be wondering what this particular value is. So first we will print this particular thing, and we will check what this particular value is. Now I'm going to run this program. You could see this particular value has got printed, -2147 something something. So this value got printed. So why did I take this particular thing, and what does this integer dot min value mean? Integer dot min value is nothing but, this is the smallest value you can take. I mean, this is the least value that the particular system can accept, and integer dot max value would give me the highest value the system could accept. Above that you cannot store in this particular thing. Now this min value and max value, this thing, it differs from compiler to compiler, so that is not a very big issue. So this is what integer dot min value means. So in this particular variable max, we are storing this particular value. So what this means is, we are storing the least possible value in this particular variable. So the next thing which we are going to do is, we are going to take the input of the array. So you know the as usual thing. Enter the size of array. Int n equals sc dot next int. Oh, I did not initialize the scanner class. The first thing I have to do is, I have to initialize the scanner class. Scanner. Now here we have taken the value of n, and here we'll put a print message saying enter the value of array, and after this the for loop for int I equals 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Okay, I haven't yet declared an array first thing. Int arr equals new int of size n. Now here we are taking in the input of array arr of I equals sc dot next int. So here we have taken the value of array. The next thing which we need to do is we use a for loop for int I equals 0. I told you before, right, we're going to iterate through the array. So this for loop we are using to iterate through the array, and what we're going to do is max equals math dot max, and inside this max. So what is this particular math dot max? Now you know, most of the people might be knowing what math is, but math is a collection of, see, if I put this cursor on math, it is showing the class math contains methods for performing basic numeric operations. So all the operations such as logarithmic, addition, square, not addition and subtraction, you know, logarithmic, square root, cube root, all such operations, if you want to perform, there is a class called as math in Java. So there is a class. Now using this math.max, what it does is it compares two elements and it returns which value is the maximum value. So what we are doing here is we are comparing the first two values, and then we are returning which is the maximum value, and we are comparing the max value and this value, and we are returning which is the maximum value. In that way, all the values we are storing, and what we do is we print out max. Now if I run this program, here the size of the array is 6, and enter the value of array. So I'll take the before values itself. Let me zoom in for more. 10, no, I've taken 10, 0, 50, 40, 60, and I guess I've taken, yeah, 80. Yes. So this is the thing I've taken. If you could see the output, see here it is showing 10, 10, 50, 50, 60 and 80. So what happened here? Between first the 10 got printed, and in between 10 and 0, then it compares 10 and 0. So it goes inside this particular function. Here it will be 10 and here it will be 0. So what happens? It will check which is greater. 10 is greater. So 10 will get printed. Then again I will become equal to 2. And after that, at second index, which value is present? 0, 1, 2. It is 50 value is present. So it checks between 10 and 50, which is greater. 50 is greater. Then update 50. Now 50 is going to become the max value. Then in that way it checks all the values for until and unless the loop is over, and it checks between two values and it updates which value is the maximum one, and everything gets printed. Now all these values are getting printed because this particular print statement is present inside the for loop. So after each and every iteration, the values are getting printed. So this is how this particular code works.
I hope you understood this question very clearly. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. We'll meet in the next one.